everybody, and welcome to Tales Does Tales, where we here at Tales of Initiative play through Tales from the Yawning Portal with an eldritch twist. I am your GM, Matt, and I am delighted to be playing this game with our delightfully daring and frighteningly fantastic cast of players. We've got Bud, we've got Haley, we've got Mark, we still don't have Danny, but holy shit, we have Sam! Ah! Would you look at that? Sam, how you been?
I've been good. I've been making dice until my fingers bleed, but, you know, such is the life of an artificer.
It's just the life of an artificer. IRL artifice. I love it.
Yep. Actually.
So yes.
Beautiful. Yeah. No.
Good. So yes, in case the end of last episode was not enough of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Sam will be joining us in the role of Daja, reprising the role as Daja, the Aasimar cleric of the Forge, follower of Nemu, goddess of invention. And yeah, but more on that later, because I want Daja to bring us up to speed on Daja stuff, not my silly already talks too much self. Mark, you keep cuddling your tentacle, and I'll get us through these starting announcements. So real quick, check out those sponsors.
I already put the spawners up.
You did. You nailed it on those spawner links. Those raging spawners in chat. Go ahead and go click them. We got lots of stuff. We got new TTRPG content like Day 20 and Emberwind. We got new video game content like our GameStop affiliate link. And don't forget about our HelloFresh. HelloFresh, this is our last week being sponsored by HelloFresh, so make sure you cash in on the great opportunity to solve your meal prep with fresh, exciting recipes prepared in advance and mailed directly to your door, along with free recipe item or free breakfast item with every box. I checked, and while there are no calamari dishes, sadly, to be on brand for us, they do have melty Monterey Jack burgers, garlicky shrimp couscous bowls, and tons of other delectable options to choose from that I will be using as metaphorical relations to the crazy shit that monsters do in this game, thus ruining all appetites forever. You're welcome. The creature oozes out of the cracks in the wall like the cheese of a melty Monterey Jack burger.
I'm sitting next to a box of dice that look like Colby Jack. You cannot fuck with my relationship to cheese anymore.
You hear the bones of your legs snap like crispy French fries.
You're going to make me either hungry or off food forever, and I haven't decided which one yet.
I'm just hungry now.
Honestly, would have said pretzels, not French fries, but like, all right.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's horror food fetish.
Or a breadstick, probably. A breadstick actually snaps, right?
Yes.
Breadstick is good.
A breadstick.
I think your concept of breadstick.
Do you have Americanized breadstick
Yeah.
where they're fluffy or do you have like a proper breadstick that?
I didn't realize this until watching
British.
What do you mean?
British baking show. Like, Great British Baking Show, like breadsticks are like fucking drumsticks that snap and they're like cracky.
Yeah,
and
it's a
stuff.
different. No, we have a different thing.
We have a fucking geriatric country
Is it
filled
just a
with
loaf of bread?
gums. And
It's just a loaf
it's
of bread.
Small loaf of
It's
squishy
a mini
bread.
loaf of bread. Like
I'm gonna send you a
with
picture.
butter.
Yeah. It's if you took the world's
Bread
smallest
is a
loaf of
snack.
bread, dunked
You
it
get a
into
basket
fucking
of them?
garlic sauce, and
Yes.
then jammed it into your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm literally sending you a picture.
Yeah.
It better be from Olive Garden, otherwise you're gonna misrepresent us.
We need
You
All
go
right,
to
I'm
Olive
gonna go back.
Garden this year?
When we go to Gen Con, we're taking Haley to Olive Garden just so you can experience the
I
horrendous
also wanna-
mediocrity that it is. Olive Garden, if you want to
Is the
sponsor
thing-
us, don't. Fuck you. Salt your
Cheesecake
pants.
Factory? Is Cheesecake Factory a thing too?
Yes.
It is,
Or is
but
that
it's
just
Cheesecake
good.
Factory is a thing.
It is, but it's
I
good.
still want to go.
Yeah. It's like B
Yeah.
movie
Cheesecake
good.
Factory is better than Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Red Lobster cheddar biscuits are.
Oh, those are no joke.
Oh.
Those are top tier. We don't fuck with the cheddar bay biscuits. Those are amazing.
What
Salty,
is that?
cheesy goodness.
I want to
Is
try
Red
the...
Lobster-
See, I don't think you're gonna
Yeah,
ruin our.
it's a
I
chain
don't think you're
restaurant.
ruining our appetites. I
That
think
one-
this is what happens.
That one, I saw something on Cursed Food Talk or something, and I want to put the cheddar bay biscuit mix that you can get in the grocery store in a waffle maker and make a waffle cheddar bay
I
biscuit.
saw that.
That sounds so yummy, though.
We have wildly diverged from our topic at hand.
Get in the chat. Let us know what
Oh,
you think.
hello,
breadstick
Raiders.
is.
Hey, PVG Brina! You're just in time!
Raid.
Just in
Hi,
time for me to fill you in on the content warning. While you salivate over our sponsors, a quick content warning about our game today. Our game is full to bursting with elements of eldritch and gothic horror, like blood, guts, unreliable narrators, hallucinations, and gross beasties. If that is not to your liking, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, we're trying. But also go to our YouTube channel where there is tons, hours and hours. We have more videos than subscribers. So A, go to our YouTube channel to watch our content, and B, subscribe. We literally, if every one of you subscribers watched one of our videos, we'd be right to the fucking moon with GameStop. Tell you what.
Losing my mind. Oh, holy shit.
Apologies for the hounds of Eldritch Horror in the background as I continue. Also, you can join our Discord. Show off your diamond hands at our Discord channel, and we talk TTRPG stuff. We share clips. We talk about all the crazy stuff. You occasionally get little bits of background lore before we go live. It's a lot of fun. And one final note, to remember that we do have the Thin the Veil command live in chat. So if you want to crank up the chaos even more, I encourage you to go down there. Exactly. Perfect. Exquisite.
I had it up ready. I
Didn't
was like,
kill me once. It had to have.
It hasn't killed you, but it's definitely made it far easier to die. Anything else?
Yeah.
Any other comments on food or other things before we dive in to today's game?
Breadsticks are huge.
Yeah.
Haley, you don't get a slice. You eat the breadstick.
Yeah.
And then you get another one.
Here, when you get like bread on the table, you can get breadsticks, but that's like very rare, and you will get like a pile like that, but they're like thin, and there's no moisture in them at all.
Yeah.
Or you get
They're
a
snappy.
slice. You get a slice of bread. That's what you get.
Nope.
Like
you can get
Olive
that at
Garden
some places.
hasn't-
Some places have it, where you just get bread bowl and it's like slices of bread.
We are
or
size
you can
queens
get
with
bread
our squishy,
rolls,
flaccid bread
or-
loaves.
I love it. I can't wait.
I had a visceral reaction to that.
Yes, you
I'm gonna
do.
eat.
Haley, I'm gonna make it worse. Olive Garden has endless breadsticks.
Yeah.
That's how much we eat breadsticks.
Like, people will legit fill their purses with them endless breadsticks
Mm-hmm.
and take it home.
It's a
Do
problem.
they still do the soup salad and breadsticks thing? Where they just recognize that that's the only thing good on their menu, and they're just like, "Come in, fat asses, engorge yourself on
think
our
it's now
over
endless
sauced
pasta.
salad." Oh, it's the endless pasta.
Endless pasta is worse.
It is worse. Haley is in the correct mental state for being eldritchly confused by the barrage of horrors that is the American menu. And I think with that, we shall remind ourselves of what happened the last time we told our tale. We had a party split, y'all.
Lost my mind.
We had a party split. Winny and Miirik continued a most irregular form of diplomacy, attempting to annoy over the hearts and minds of the duergar in the throne room and trying to figure out what they could possibly do to either expedite or figure out a way to get Daja out of the situation that they are in. Meanwhile, acting on the idea that they could potentially pull the orcs into this conflict and use them as a sort of like siege force to go into open warfare against the duergar, Narcissa skulked, did roguey stuff all the way through the Glitterheim, back up to talking with Cleric, the half-tongued shaman leader of the now reorganized, revitalized ex-dreamer tribe of orcs. Cleric let you know that it's going to be at least 2 days' time until they would be able to move in force, considering that there are still scouts out and about that probably still have dreamlings for their tongues and are not going. There's still potential discord in the tribe that needs to be solved. So you've been giving that sort of timer as to when you might be able to pull the orcs in as a possible ally in this conflict. On the way back, you were able, Narcissa, to free the good direwolf puppers, Vac and Thrag, but in so doing, almost got yourself attracting the attention of the very smelly velociraptor-esque humanoids, the clever girls skulking BOE through the dark. You were able to narrowly avoid. I love Sam's face. I'm trying to make this recap the most unhinged thing possible. It's creating the correct reactions. You were able to avoid.
I'm just here for the vibe.
Yep.
It's okay. My face doesn't have a quiet mode.
Sam is currently thinking this party really does need Daja. They've lost their way.
Number one, don't split the party, lads. But all right,
It was great. I loved it. I loved every second of it. But Narkissa was
glad you're having fun.
Was able to stealth back just enough. Speedy rogue-like abilities getting through that door and back into the foundry. Just in time to meet the higher-ups that needed to be consulted before any decisions about Daja's release situation could be made. And it was then that the streams crossed, somewhat literally in our case, as Grimma Banesalt, the apparent leader of this force of duergar, and the quest giver patron of the other little side campaign, plug for our other YouTube playlist, go watch me TPK the group with Illithids.
The other time you killed my space Jew with a space Nazi. Sorry, that's a very inside joke. I apologize.
Great. No,
that's not anti-Semitic.
If you're not in on the joke, mind flayers are space Nazis, and it's great to punch them in the squiddy face. Anyways,
yes.
Calamari aside, your group has met Grimma Banesalt, and he has offered you a deal. After a little bit of probing, he has figured out that Winveer is friends, theoretically, daughter of Papa, who Grimma was unsure of who this was and seemingly knows by a different name, but did recognize the name Shadespire as a place where Winny lives. And so, the deal has been offered. If Winny can secure an audience with Papa, then Grimma Banesalt will let Daja go. And in the meantime, in an effort of good faith, Winny and Daja have been affixed with sort of immovable rod anti-teleportation shackles. One on Winnie's leg and the other on Daja's wrist. Does not interfere with your armor. Daja, you have just been brought out of the work area where the duergar are still hard at work building the thing you know about. And you have been given back all of your equipment, along with this fancy new little house arrest bracelet. You've been warned that going too far away from the duergar's encampment would probably trigger it. It's not a death sentence, it's just going to make life very difficult for you. And with that,
all right,
the floor is yours. Daja has just walked into the dwarven throne room. Sam, are you on the... You can see the map and everything. You're good?
Yes.
Dope. Yes. You're here. What would you like to do?
Winnie?
And she's going to fly over to you. And she's not big enough to, like, tackle you at all. So instead she just does, like, a ring around you, like as if you're spinning her, but her wings are just propelling you around in circles.
Absolutely playing into it. Fully just, like, so thrilled to see any kind of friendly face. Just, how are you? Are you doing okay?
Yeah. I'm alright. I've made a bunch of new friends and I, like, put my little, like, fingers together and I turn around, like, squidging my feet, look at the people behind me, like, over there.
Hello. Well, if Winnie likes you, then I do too. How are you doing? Lovely to meet you in this place.
Is it?
I'm
Yes, of
doing
course.
borderline fantastic. I almost done. But I did.
Honestly, a pretty consistent situation around here. So welcome to the club. I'm glad you're not dead. I'm glad you got to that end. But yes, it's lovely to break the monotony sometimes, isn't it?
I just wish that it didn't come with a smell.
Get used to it after a time.
Not this one.
I don't mind the smell.
Yeah.
I think you are the source of it at some times.
In that case, worth it.
Yes.
Would you come over here? And I like bring Daja over to our better campfire site that is better than the duergar one.
That is
and you
made
can
of
clearly
perfectly
see
clean
it.
bricks.
So like we've like there's like a makeshift campfire with like broken stones and rocks and sticks and stuff over by the throne, and then there's one that we've built with like perfectly clean bricks. We've got like dishes and like cookware and everything set out, and I like bring you over to our better campfire.
This is well done. This is gorgeous. The craftsmanship is you've been working, haven't you?
Yes, we they wouldn't let us over there, so we made a
You
better
don't need
one.
to be over there. That's yes. Honestly, the correct choice. I am saying this quietly enough that the duergar do not hear me.
Yep. And Grimma is just watching and sort of just like taking in the reunion moment and just sort of, yeah, he's just standing there taking it in.
Pretty much ignore him unless he says anything. I'm excited.
So
I'm basically like I like have Winnie like in my arm or like holding her hand or like something along those lines for like until it's necessary to not.
Once we're sitting down around the fire, I lean over and whisper to you, and I'm like, what are you doing in there?
Oh, they've given me work, weirdly. I mean, you know what I was doing before I joined you guys, that I was just making swords and such. Basically that, but much more intricate. It's really interesting. I find it really interesting. It's not ideal working conditions, but it's not terrible, and it's absorbing work, so I'm not angry about it. But it's basically it's interesting. It's vaguely exploring. Have you heard of artificing? I'm kind of getting into that a little bit, but it's interesting. There's a lot going on for sure.
They seem very tight-lipped about it.
Correct. It's a time. But yeah, I mean, if your work is engrossing, then makes up for a lot of shortcomings in other areas.
And you've only to say that it's intricate work. Nothing in further detail?
At the moment.
I see.
Yes, it's more to say, but upon first meeting, I'd rather hear about you. How are you? What are you doing? How has your journey been thus far? How did you come to meet the wonderful Winny?
I fell upon them and then attacked them and then chose not to attack them further.
Much appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Just got intense.
What's happened?
Nothing. Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Oh.
I just said Kenku got intense and my whole brain just disappeared from everything else that was going on. I was like, whispers.
No more brain cells, the music has changed.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, lovely.
do you know what Grimma would want with Pa?
Not entirely. I mean, I've been working for Dr. Grimma here for the past while. I mean, I know what I'm working on, but I don't really know where Papa comes into it. I know that there is a connection between what we were sent down here to do and what Grimma is down here to do and what the duergar are trying to do. The entire picture hasn't completely unfolded to me yet, but
What were you sent down here to do? Winnie has not entirely explained it.
Can I make some kind of check if it's safe to talk about this around Grimma?
Ooh, yes. I will say you can either insight to see like how close attention they are doing, or you could do like investigation or history. I'll say investigation to like contextualize the information you have.
Investigation, or what was the other one?
Or insight.
I'm gonna insight. I'm gonna use the dice that I didn't make.
Insight check. By the way, I apologize. My computer
Ooh.
is dragging, and I don't know why. We'll get there. I'll figure it out.
19.
19. You can see that, first of all, 2 of the duergar are asleep. Seems like it's not their turn to be on watch, and they're just chilling. The Grimma is having a discussion with a duergar that looks fairly spellcastery by everyone else's approximations. Daja, you would recognize this guy as, I can pull up his name in a second, but he is basically like the foreman, kind of. He's somewhat in charge of like the technical aspects, but not the military aspects. So like he doesn't decide when watches happen. He just like is in charge of what's the next piece that they're making, et cetera, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Snureven is his name. And then
Amazing.
this duergar is one of the other guards that was on patrol. Currently has his back to you, so is not really paying attention. Is just kind of like resting and doing and like eating before going to bed. And then the 2 stone guard that are back here, those arrived with Grimma. So those seem to be his like private entourage, but clearly they're not too worried about him because he's just floating around the room. Grimma and Snureven are having kind of a close conversation. You can't hear about what, but clearly they are more focused on what they are talking about than what you are talking about.
Okay. Gotcha. Just, I want to make sure that it is a good time to lore drop.
Yes.
That doesn't fuck everyone over.
I would say you could get away with a very hushed lore drop. And also there is another party member that I will just quickly say, Pebble, the Daja, looking at her, your immediate thought is, oh, a halfling. And then like, but she is under the impression that she is just a very tiny giant that hasn't hit her growth spurt yet. Is wielding a very interesting weapon where it is like this like long braided cord, like rope to a very heavy weight on the other end that looks fairly well balanced. Basically what we would readily call a meteor hammer.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
She's just
All
sort
right.
of like, hey, good to meet you. I'm Pebble.
Nice to meet you too, darling. It's quite a weapon you've got there. It's very interesting.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Hopefully we
Oh,
won't
good. You'll have to show
need
me
it,
sometime.
but yeah.
Well, next fight we get into. All right. So while they're focused, just so we all know that I'm an Asimar. I'm descended from Vidipel, who is chaotic to say the very least. He has been working for, unsure. He's here. He's working with the duergar to make something that I had a vision about a long time ago that was essentially it's a crown, but it's kind of a cage. There's magic in it. It's my job is to basically weave the magic into the metallurgy involved in making the crown, and there's several different kinds of nonsense going on, but the big 2 are there's an enchantment that is very mind control heavy, and basically whatever the crown or cage or whatever it might be rides atop is then mind controlled, but it is also immune to magical tampering. So I have another theory about that, but anyway, I've been having a really lovely time making it, but unsure about the moral dilemma that I find myself in, and with Vidipel as my only person to talk to, it's been a time. So, yes, if I keep talking about this, I'm
who you are
going,
descended from.
not by choice. It's
None of us can choose who we are descended
Exactly.
from, unfortunately.
And
And there is like a slight twitch in Miirik's expression at that.
Daya kind of like clocks it, just like gentle nod of understanding of like, yep, it's a time. So yes, I do. It's been. If I talk about this anymore, I'm going to start getting into the intricacies of weaving both magic and immunity of magic into metallurgy, into tiny pieces that will then fit together. It's it's a many hours talk.
I am a mage myself.
Welcome to my
more
TED
of
Talk,
the war
darling.
aspect.
Interesting. Forge cleric being the metallurgy part, but yes, that's the majority of what I've been doing since I last saw you, Winnie. I've just been here working with the duergar and trying to not let my ancestor drive me to madness, which he's got close to a few times and is very intentionally trying to do. But here we are.
There's just that little twitch again as she sits back.
He's told me that that's what he's trying to do. I'm fully aware of the intention, and it doesn't know.
Knowing
Working
the
definition of
intention
chaos.
does not lessen.
Yes.
How
The effect
far into creating it are you? Fine.
Our DM's just left, so I can't ask him questions.
That was the perfect timing. You would say,
It's like, that's the one thing we didn't talk about, Matt.
give me an investigation check. Because you might not necessarily know, but you could definitely probably...
I don't know that Dai is actually paying attention to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rolled a 5. I don't
there
think
are
I
a
have
lot of
high...
intricate moving parts to this.
There are, and
Focus on what you're working on.
you are definitely not sure. It's been very much a like, I get this little parcel of work, I work on it, I get the next little parcel of work. You haven't been looking into grand scheme of things, other than that little idea you've been floating in the back of your head, but you're not sure where it is overall on progress. How close to done this, whatever this creation is, would be.
I'm unsure. I haven't been hugely harried, so it doesn't seem like we're behind, but I don't entirely know what the entire scope is or how this work fits into it. I just kind of have a vague understanding of the end goal and what I've been doing.
And do you intend to follow the end goal through?
You know, I would love to talk to everyone else about that, because I truly do not... I've been trying not to think about it, because I don't really understand the larger effects of it, or what that will do to my friends, or any... I'm unsure. I'm also... I don't really... I know what it is and how it's meant to be used. I don't know who it's meant to be used on, or...
Something big though,
what...
right?
That's my
Probably
assumption.
a dragon.
Ooh. Do we know any dragons close by? When he thinks of
We
it,
heard one.
we did hear one.
Did we?
Did you not? Were you not here yet?
Perhaps I just did not pay attention to it.
It wasn't you, was it? You can't make those noises. Can you?
No, I am dragon kin. I am not full dragon.
For the sake of fun, Miirik, deception check, Winny, insight check.
What? Saw that coming. I was trying to skirt around it. Dirty 20.
Walked into
Dirty?
this.
So dirty 20. So I would say that went above everyone's heads, except for Winnie, who like very quickly puts together, wait, I heard it. We even like mentioned it when that roar happened. Winnie remembers 1,000% that Miirik heard that.
Ah.
And at that time, completely ignored it as well and was just like, no, there's nothing to see here.
Mm-hmm.
Winnie notes it down in her little brain to never recall again.
Is this what they call gaslighting?
Yes!
Actually, yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
Winnie is gullible enough to be like, well, doesn't want to talk about it right now, but I'll bring it up later when it's inconvenient.
I will also say, Miirik, give me a wisdom check.
I'm not good at these.
That's okay.
15.
15. You notice that little like weird after image of your hand kind of like distance itself, and the hand starts to like sort of the after image starts to like curl towards you and then like snaps back into frame with your normal hand. There was, at the mention of we don't know any dragons, do we? There was this like acknowledgement in whatever this thing is that's stuck with you. But you're not sure what that means.
There's just the moment of her eyes tracking it before snapping back to Winnie.
Mm-hmm.
I just go like, and pull a very, very suspicious face directly at you, and so just big black eyes, and then I just go back to the fire and the conversation. So you know Winnie knows. She made that obvious, and that's about it though. She doesn't say anything else.
She knows. And I know
She
she
knows.
knows.
Miracle pause and just, the only dragon that I do know would not be on this plane.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. You see Grimma's kind of wandered away from Snorevan and is, it's not like intruded into your group, but is certainly like talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to head out. Just wanted to let you know. Daja, it is a pleasure seeing you, checking in on you. Yeah, you know how those cuffs work. The deal is set. I'll be back. Just let any of us know, and they'll make sure. This is a top priority in my book, I'll have you know. So I want to make sure that you know. Once you hear from Papa, you give me a ring.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything for me to give to him, or any information that you'd like me to entice him with? He's a very busy man.
He is, no doubt. Say that this project is of the utmost importance to me, and I am willing to give a lot to get a lot.
Okay. Alright. I can do that.
If I don't know what your papa's objectives are, but if he has need of a forge, I have several of the highest caliber that I'd be more than happy to put to his disposal. If that is something that he would like, I am also happy to negotiate further terms of any sort of matters. I'm sure that in our ramblings, we've encountered more than a few fellow acquaintances that neither of us wants around. We could help each other.
I don't know what you mean by that, but have you met my papa before?
Only by reputation.
Okay.
Why? Is there something I should know?
No, I was just curious, really. I was wondering if I say someone that you know, or someone that you don't know. You know?
I'm sure Papa has heard of me, as I have heard of him.
And, sorry, what was your name again?
I am Grimma Banesalt, if you would like it. The full title, Deep King Grimma.
Alright, thank you. Winnie like giggles to herself as she turns around back to the fire.
What's the giggle about? I want to know. I'm out of the loop now.
It is very entertaining to watch someone who you know their name repeat their full name again, even though he has multiple times before, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, there's something very, I don't know, evening the playing fields about it. That made Winnie giggle, made Haley giggle, so Winnie then in turn giggled.
Fair. I would say from that, just in terms of like passive insight, you could tell that Grimma is making no negative assumptions about the group and is just clearly very interested in this deal going well, and isn't trying to like posture like, no, I already gave you my name. He's far more interested in things going well, even if that makes him look a little silly.
Yeah. No, that's all good. It just, yeah.
Yeah. And so with that, he starts moving out of the room. His two friends also move away. Move all the tokens. Limiting my RP based on tokens. This was a bad idea. There we go. Close the door and then done. He's gone.
Losing my shit.
Sam, did you forget what it's
Welcome
like to play with this absolute
I missed you
gaggle of
guys.
nonsense chuckle fucks?
I miss you guys a lot. I just, like the ADHD, like zone out, zone in moments. You zone out for what feels like 100 years, and then you come back and it's like a second and a half later.
Yeah.
That happened, but I zoned right back into. Yeah, exactly.
Grimma's starting the fucking greatest show in the other room. What's going on?
Grimma's just Hugh Jackson, though.
Yeah. I am the bearded lady. What do you all do now?
Well, my Winnie's entire plan was to find Daja. So she's completed her mission. So I guess she doesn't actually know how to get in contact with Papa, but she thinks that there's got to be some sort of connection. So she taps on the ring with the sigil she's got Papa's sigil on one of her rings. Like it's the only ring that she has actually, other than the moonstone earrings. And then, or singular. And so she like taps on it, like knocking on a door sort of thing. And then she just hopes that that's what
I
Papa
will.
will reach out soon.
Is a point. Does Daja recognize or know the moonstone earrings?
Mm-hmm.
Daja has seen
Yeah.
them before. Miirik is wearing the moonstone necklace that matches them.
Ooh. Okay.
I will say.
Since that was brought up, and that
Yes.
is a thing.
It is a thing.
I'll
Yes.
say as
Because Sam didn't remember it, so I appreciate that.
And as a reminder to Sam of other things, maybe not remembered, before you left, and I have not canonically said that you used this off screen, so it still is in your inventory. Papa did give you, remember in the off stream, like training scenario mission that y'all did, how there were like little bones that you could crack and they would cast spells for you?
Yes.
Daja has one of those of sending.
Ooh.
But you do know it is a single-use mabobber. So, if you were in need of getting in touch with Papa in a very predictable, definite way, that is within your disposal.
Do I know if we're on the same plane as he is?
You would have no reason to think otherwise.
Okay.
That's the best GM. The room seems empty. That's the best GM answer I
No.
could give you.
I mean, I asked a very nonsense question, so that's fair. Okay, just because I know that it has like a percentage chance of failing if they're on a
Yes,
different
if they're on a different plane, yeah.
plane. Yes. So I have. Do you remember those bones that we got that we can cast spells with? Yes.
Mhm.
Do you remember those, Winnie? I have one of sending, so we have one chance to really get in contact with Papa. If that's what we're struggling with. It is obviously limited words, so we would have to. I would say let's write it out before and double check it and proofread it and just make sure it's correct. As we know that Papa is not the kindest when things are misspelled or grammar is wrong. So I would say let's.
And you've not thought to use it before this point?
I have been very involved in my work. Thank you.
I think you only just got your stuff back.
Also, yeah, the
I
duergar
did,
were
that's true.
the duergar were rather quick to abscond magical or useful things from you, Daja.
Yeah. I haven't actually had access to it up until now, but I've also just. I suppose I haven't really looked for it. I've been working.
Fun, what was that?
It's rather a difficulty of mine that I once I've given it a challenge or a project, I tend to just dive into it and leave everything. Have I eaten today? I don't know.
There's food here. Narcissa, you had started?
This is just still really plaguing my brain. How do you misspell speaking words?
Remember how earlier I said Daja? That's how.
I thought, isn't that called mispronouncing? Not mis...
Same thing, right?
I personally, and this, I mean, obviously this doesn't apply to everybody, but I personally find it easier to make sure that my grammar is correct and my, for some reason I have the feeling that Papa can hear punctuation, so I'm always very careful. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do believe it, so I personally am just very careful when communicating with Papa, so that might be a me thing. I'm not trying to pass that on, but I just, I would prefer to be more careful if we're going to use the sending spell since we only have one of them. And I know that Papa is temperamental, and if we misspeak or mispronounce something, I feel that there's a possibility he might not come just purely on disgust. So I would like to do it correctly, is all I'm saying.
A paw person just sounds really confusing.
That's, yes, correct.
I think they're lovely.
Well,
Pointedly silent.
Yeah, well,
Sorry, I was thinking about an ex of mine.
What's his name? Part 2.
No.
Do the duergar still want us to clear out the area? We haven't been told. We don't have a mission anymore. Winny feels
we
lost.
can if we want to.
Maybe we'll release more monsters into the hallways.
Oh, if you want monsters in the hallway, they're already there. So they are geared and ready to go.
Are we near where my workspace is?
Yes. So I'll do some little pinging for you. So back here, Daja, this is where you came into the room, and then this is where the duergar workspace is. This is where your little room is.
Gotcha. So it would not be suspicious for me to go to my workspace.
Right now, you're not sure. You don't know if this is like a, hey, you're with your friends now. Go off and do stuff. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Daja, you have heard rumor that there are plenty. Rumor. The duergar chatter, right? And you've picked up a few snippets here and there. You know that the halls, north and to the east, are largely unexplored because they've just been too inconvenient. And basically, once the duergar found the foundry, they were like, okay, this is all we need. We don't need to actually clear out those other halls. They've been kind of inconveniencing. And the rest of the group would sort of recognize the weird moaning sound that you heard when you took a long rest. Not the greatest for ambiance or for morale. So you're sure again that potentially relations could be eased.
Who says I want to help with their morale?
I mean, that's the thing. Is you are entirely up to you. But you do know that if you wanted to have more in-depth discussions about things, the duergar do not go into those hallways. So that is another thing on your radar. And for now, you seem to be bound to this place, but you do give me a perception check, Daja.
Okay, my perception's not bad.
This is to see how much you would have heard of this little tidbit.
So it's a nat one, so I had the fantasy equivalent of noise canceling headphones on and it's working.
I would say that you know that there was one attempt to kind of delve deep into those hallways because they basically found records corroborating that when this dwarven hall, when this fortress was under dwarven control, there was a master wizard, there was an archwizard that did have a study and research papers and things like that. Could be a very useful place, but they have been we've got what we need, let's not waste time. And the one time we tried, it was a big fuck off, horrible time. So we'll just use our resources sparingly.
Fair. Okay, I relay that to everybody. I'm sorry I didn't hear more. I've just I mean, I wish I could. I don't know if I can show you. I don't know that they would feel good about us going into the forge at the minute. But I mean, I would love to show you the work, but regardless, I've been rather focused, unfortunately, for current
Of course.
situations.
As would be expected in your predicament.
Thank you.
Before I hear back from Papa, or hear from Papa in the first place, we reach out to him. Can we decide as a group, are we on the duergar's side, or are we dealing with them until they're no
I believe
longer
we
a
are
problem?
adjacent to them.
Okay, but we're not. Our plan is to
Against.
just play along for now, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Just making sure, because I know that we have the opportunity. Did you mention, Narkissa, that you?
Mhm.
Yeah. So we have the opportunity to attack with a smaller backup in maybe a day or so. But is that the best choice? I guess I need to wait to talk to Papa, right?
Or to find more about their intentions with what they've created.
Are they always bad? In my books, they seem to be painted that way, but I would like to know for sure.
I don't really know that they're bad or good. I think they just kind of are.
Miirik,
I'm not a huge fan, but they've been rather brusque with me, which I don't. It doesn't really qualify as bad. It's just uncomfortable.
I had you locked in a room.
Honestly, I probably would have stayed there anyway. So
But I'm glad I got you out.
I do appreciate it. The change of pace is lovely, and it's great.
Like
it's
flying
just so good
upside
to see you
down with
again.
like everything hanging except for the cuff that's like up pointing directly in the air, but the rest of it is like hanging off of it as if.
Mhm. I mean, it's not been really comfortable, but it's not the worst place I've been.
I guess that makes sense. Miirik,
Yes.
you said that it seems to be like an army, or what did you say?
It would appear to be a military outpost.
And your opinion on Grimma?
He has represented himself as the king, which would put him in charge of this outpost, as well as any others.
Just the out? Okay, yeah. Alright.
No, not just the outpost, but he would be, if not the highest, depending on bureaucracies and hierarchies, at the very least near to the top. Some places are more theocracies, some are not.
Interesting. Alright. Okay. Thank you.
But as it is, it seems as though they have stuck to their deals so far. Whether that has just been the impression that they wish to give us, or true to their nature, we shall find.
Yeah, we'll find out.
So, do we want to write up this speech for Papa?
Oh, yes.
All right.
25.
Pulling out a notebook and pen. Let's do this.
I don't think he wants to hear from me, so maybe Winny should be the lead on this one.
Write it down first, please.
What exactly are you looking
hi,
to say?
You should avoid
This is why I
filler
wanted to write it
words.
down. It's just easier.
Hello, Papa. It is me, Winny.
I have a deal for you. Oh, wait, no. All I need to do really is tell him to meet me in my dreams and we can have a full conversation. But I could at least warn him about Grimma. So maybe something along.
We
in
have
my
found
dreams
Daja.
tonight.
Yes, we have found Daja.
Further discussion necessary
Yes.
of
Wait, I
situation
can't type that
at
fast.
hand.
We have found Daja. Further
Discussion necessary
discussion necessary.
to
A
situation,
situation
at
at
hand.
Meet
Was
in my
held
dream.
by
Oh.
Deep King Grimma.
I'm just going to say Grimma. I'm fairly sure he's aware of who Grimma is. We, don't want to
Grimma.
waste 2 words when Papa's fully aware.
Is seeking audience.
Okay. Meet in dreams tonight?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Hello, Papa. It is me, Winny. We have found Daja. Further discussion necessary of situation at hand was held by Grimma seeking audience meet in dreams tonight. It very much reads like we were running out of words. It's true.
And to make life easier, Winnie repeats it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pay for this fucking blue check. I only get the normal spell amount.
This is 27, so we need to get a couple out.
I will actually say you can skip the greeting. The spell
Yes.
Yeah,
comes
I
with a
wasn't
2
gonna have
line.
us use the greeting. Just
Okay.
Get rid
The
of the
spell
hello.
comes with a
Ding,
2
ding.
front line.
It is I,
Papa!
Winnie.
I shall wax the
Papa!
magic at you. I am your wee child, Winny.
Papa! I have turned into a Bronte sister, and I shall regale you with our travels.
Your darling daughter requests your presence.
in her nighttime wanderings in her own mind.
This is
Those
so
with which you can have communication as well, when we are not thus limited.
amazing. So, Winnie cracks the bone, sends that message. I'd like to think that normally, like, you're aware that the spell has limits. You're aware that, like, there's only so many words that Papa could reply back. 1 word worth of, like, the sentiment that comes back is just this, like, very pregnant silence of, like, intense thought and scrutiny, to where it is just, like, you could tell this is a lot of news all at once, and Papa is having to compose the other 24 words with 1 word's worth of just vomitorious, loud thinking.
I think I broke Papa.
I am aware of this
Fair, it's
individual.
a lot of.
We can discuss tonight.
As the words come through, I like repeat them in a monotone, scary voice, like everyone can hear.
And that is the extent of the
How
message.
accurate is it?
What I repeat,
Yeah.
medium accurate, pretty much close.
Okay.
It's like as if
Alright.
like you know that text to speech. That's what the voice sounds like.
Perfect.
It was funny though,
that.
because as you were doing the 25 word thing, my brain kept being like, "That's 2 words," and then being like, "No, 2 syllables."
2
Like,
syllables.
stop.
I do the same thing all the time.
Yeah, syllables and words are different concepts. I love how we're like all like intelligent humans, and we start playing D&D and just lose all concept of intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "That's quite a long word. That can't be 1."
That can't just be 1. That seems like a weird way to count.
Highly educated
Count
humans
again.
who have 1 brain cell that we are just burying between us.
Yep.
Desperately.
But yes, you theoretically have your response for Papa that tonight they will reach out via your dreams. Is there anything you would like to do? We can literally fast forward to, like, we spend the day chilling in this fucking throne room. Like, if you don't want to, like, go out and risk anything, you absolutely can say that and just hear back from Papa. If you would like to do
Here's
that,
the problem is that there's an archmage's study somewhere now.
I thought that might be tempting for at least one of you. anyone who might be able to add to their spell book with spell scrolls and is now thinking of what spell scrolls may or may not still
We
be
have
in.
so much coin that I can use to.
I'm not saying that you're adventurers that should plumb the depths and kick in doors and loot the room. I'm just saying, I have
You wanna
We're
know
also brats who don't want to help these duergar.
I know. I've given you like the worst push-pull a DM could do. I'm just like, what the fuck do you want me to do? You've given me assholes that benefit by my selfish motivations.
Also just like a thank God friends and like is letting so much like all of the tension that they've been holding in their body from like working over like a forge like this all day every day is like melting. So they're like, I don't really need to move. It's all good. I'm like happy here. So I'm not gonna be helpful in moving the quest along, but we'll follow.
So entirely up to you. It costs you nothing. You could just say, hey, we eat another ration, we take a long rest, and let's hear from Papa.
Would you like to adventure, Miirik? You look like you're on pins and needles.
There's just the potential of more knowledge that is out there,
Do you know
wasting away currently.
We should go right now.
Daja, are you looking for an adventure?
I'm happy to follow along.
Let's do it.
Whatever you like, Donna.
We'd flip a coin for which door? Or do you know which door you want to go through, Miirik?
If it were to me, we would systematically go through both doors from the first to the second, and then clear the space, make them secure. But that is just me talking. That doesn't necessarily need to be our modus operandi.
That sounds good. And
Do
when he like
you
flips...
intend to split the party, or are we going through each door and then the other?
No.
That does make me feel better. I was worried for.
Let's
A
each
hot second.
singularly take a door.
Get ready, Matt.
If Matt wants to split the party, we'll split the party.
This is a callback to a completely different stream, not a sponsor or any of that. They threatened to do that one time on Glass Cannon Podcast, and it was the funniest fucking bit. For like, they entered a room that had like 7 doors leading out of it. They were just like, what if we all take a door and open them simultaneously? And it was just, you could watch the GM's brain just like, you can do whatever you want. I'll just kill you.
Suddenly, a hole in the floor opens up. You're with your party again. Enjoy.
Yep. So yeah, what would you like to do?
Rock
You
slide.
technically, in full disclosure, you technically don't have. There are 6 doors in this room. One of them goes back the way you came, so you know what's going there. The other one leads south to that little kitchen area where you cut all of your
we've already
fine
cleared
china.
that one. We're
You've
going
already-
north now.
You've destroyed that table. You destroyed the sentient table. And yes, so now Miirik is seems to be leading the way towards the northwestern door. Oh, we're clicking the door. We're opening it. We're going in.
Yeah, we're just going.
We're just
Miirik is
doing
just like,
stuff.
look.
Are you
I
sure you want to go
forward.
in first?
I baited the hook so fucking hard for a goddamn wizard.
Wait,
and I just love it.
What's everyone's AC?
Oh, that's right. I have to do that again
Yes.
because we long rested. Hold on.
Ah, yes, you caught yourself.
You
Mage
gotta
armor.
click
Bah.
the thing.
You click the spell slot. You earn that. You earn that
Pauses.
AC.
The armor of
Touches
mage.
chest, shimmers. Now we're better.
And as it shimmers, let me give you some flavor text as to what you see as you enter this door.
Just because I know you as a human, I'm gonna do my blessing of the forge on Winny
Okay.
before
sure.
you say anything else.
Before I say anything else. I love this. Sam has forgotten nothing of the trauma I have wreaked havoc on in previous encounters.
Sam rewatched the first episode last night,
When I tried to kill you with a rat.
and you did kill me. You bit my ankle, and I went down.
Unconscious. You were fine. First things
If
first.
not for Joe.
If not for Chip. First things first, the door leading into this room has like all of this messy graffiti. No one speaks orc, correct? Or reads orc, I should say. I don't think so. I think we've been over the languages that you've picked as a group and found that they'll all be relevant later.
Never.
Never. Amazing. The greatest gag in the history of dungeon crawls. Anyways, you see a pretty gnarly inscription, like graffiti all over this thing. But Miirik smells spell scrolls somewhere in this place and is just pushing through. You enter this room that was once a shrine to dwarven gods. It has like stone pews arranged facing towards an altar. But things in this room have gone horribly wrong. The walls are carved with dour images, and a low stone altar stands at the western end of the room. Stone benches have all been smashed or thrown askew, and the icons of the gods have all been defaced. Atop the altar, arms folded over his chest, lies the ancient corpse of a dwarf warrior in plate armor. Bones lie heaped around the altar's base, and at its foot crouches the desiccated body of an orc in studded leather. So there is like kind of like a mummy-looking, dried-out orc corpse in front of the altar, and there are piles of bones to either side that are like big, like bones have been heaped here with shovels almost.
With the orc, can I do a survival check to see if there's like little crawl marks coming out from its face area?
Ooh, yeah, I like that. You will have to get closer to do that.
I go closer as everyone else does. I don't go alone.
I love that everyone's DM bullshit
Miracle
dar is
followed
at
me.
maximum
Winnie-
right now.
When he flies up into the room and then she looks behind her like, wait, is anyone else coming?
Miirik will continue next to you within wing range.
Cool. I fly up and above the book and look at its face.
So flying
hole.
down
Yeah.
to give an inspection to the orc.
Is
There
it
are-
dead?
It looks very dead.
Okay.
It is
good.
just this
Alright.
desiccated corpse. It is haggard and like skin is taut and like almost blending in with the leather armor that it still wears.
Mhm.
And looking at it, there's no signs of any like dreamlings crawling out of the mouth. There's no like scarring around the lips or anything like that. But you do see as you get close, these two faint blue lights in the eye sockets. The eyes long rotted away.
Of the orc?
And it lurches to life, and we are going to roll initiative. It is very
We all saw it coming.
undead.
What is the forge blessing?
+1 to AC, right? Yeah. So you have +1 to AC on top of your normal armor. And no more movement. That is where I'll move Pebble into the room. What?
Nothing.
What was that?
I'm not. I don't want to tell you. I've had this blessing of the forge the entire time we've been playing.
Good to know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I clicked to add it and it says it's right there. It's already on there.
Amazing. Let's see here.
Damn, you're muted.
You're muted, Sam.
I'm rolling.
Daja's been casting it unintentionally because they miss Winny.
I'm rolling this delightful Raven and Riddle chonk that Sam made
Ah,
for me.
fuck!
Excellent, yes.
Okay. Those were very appropriate initiative rolls for my side. 20 and above.
20.
21, Narkissa. And then 20 for Daja.
Yep, not Nat.
Love it. And then
Dirty 20.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty. The clean 21.
dirtiest
Fucking-
20s.
God, listen to this fucking joke. Will never die. 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
14.
14. And then Winnie, what you got?
A 9.
A
No.
9.
No. I don't know how 9 came out of nowhere. It's a 4 + 2, which is a 6.
That's a 6.
Sorry, I don't know how that happened, but like I must have just rotated it in my head.
It's just
Who
the
knows?
next interval of 3. We're just counting by 3s. Who knows?
I think that's what it
We've
was. I don't
established
know
that
what
you
happened
think-
then.
We've established that you think in text. It got turned around. We're all
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. At the risk of bogging down my computer, it's misbehaving today, so I'm not going to have the map up for us. It'll be theater of the mind, but for everyone else at home, it's just a big rectangular room. There's pews running down the middle of it. There's an altar. And now I will go ahead and reveal to you what you are fighting. The bones on either side of the altar start slurping together and assembling into horrible, puppeteered, ogre-like shapes that are massive. And Winnie is face to face with the cold blue eyes of this undead orc.
Does it
And
look like an orc, undead orc?
it is. It
Or did
looks.
something else pop out of it?
It looks like an undead orc. The orc itself is animating and moving, and it is going to get to attack you in the surprise round. Or it attacks with
Yes.
surprise.
I'm like
Blah,
on
blah,
the
blah.
I'm like literally hands on the floor, like no tracks.
No
No
track.
tracks.
So, advantage. I will continue rolling with the chunk because I think it is funny. And that is a 16 to hit you.
Yes, that hits.
Go ahead and give
How
me
far
a
off is it?
1.
Metallic
in
in her.
you do
I
not have
get
your reaction yet.
reactionary? Dang it. Okay.
I checked initiative order and you would not have your reaction yet because this creature is
Right.
going before you.
No.
Oh, yes, that hits.
So give me a constitution saving throw.
Con. Oh, that's Winnie's. Okay. Got 11.
11. That is a failure. Which means, as you take 6 points of necrotic damage from this creature's life drain ability, your maximum hit points are also reduced by 6 points. We're back in Sunless Citadel, baby! I'm after your maximum hit points, and this is attack number 2.
All right, I need a calculator.
That is a natural 20 with its longsword.
Okay, wait, well, how much damage was that first one? Sorry.
6 points of
6.
necrotic damage.
So 32 minus.
So you see it reach out with this bony claw, wrapping its hands around Winnie's neck, and all of this like black veining starts to happen as it just drains you of life. And then there's a natural 20 with the
Is
longsword.
this on the other side or on the same side and I just get darker veins?
I love the idea that it's on the same side and it's getting darker veins. So that is what we were going with. And then longsword. Yes, so it will be using the D10 for the longsword damage. And as you are sort of reeling from that hit, it very quickly like thrusts up with this longsword and deals 11 points of slashing damage to you.
Permanent?
Not maximum hit point reduced, just normal.
Okay.
The life drain's the only one that reduces max HP.
11?
11.
Ow!
And then
Winnie
these
says.
other two are the last ones in initiative order. So everyone now has reactions that they can use. But they are going to step forward. Over to here. Oh, it only has 5 feet of reach, so it's going to move. And this one is going to take an attack at Winnie. You are no longer surprised, so no more advantage. That's still a 21 to hit.
Misses. No, that hits.
Misses. And that is going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage. And then this final...
So, as
Yep.
this one hits Winnie, you literally see her body crumple into the ground and her wings like, and blood is like pouring out of her ear, nose, mouth as she crushes to the ground and she like coughs, blood splutters. She's got 1 hit point.
Love it. Y'all got your
Action
cleric
about
back.
this.
You'll live forever. The other one is going to do a great club at Miirik. Ooh, that is a cock dice. This chunk loves to cock. That is a 14 to hit, or sorry, 16 to hit you.
I don't like that, man.
16 to hit.
Yes. Which one of your dozen
that
reactions
does
are you
hit.
going to use? Okay.
I gotta double check them.
Yep.
It's not a dozen reactions. I've
I
only
know.
got 2.
I played you one time. I had to NPC Miirik one time, and I'm traumatized from that fucking features sheet. Too much shit for the GM to be running. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Don't let these things crit. I'm rolling 2d8 on a regular hit. Please don't let them crit. Don't do it. And that is the surprise round. Everybody feeling good? First combat. First combat with a
worth
guest.
coming in here.
Yeah.
And truly exactly what I expected out of you.
Papa. Papa. Narkissa. Narkissa, you are up.
There's a desperation in Papa.
I like scream into the half-broken bone that's still there, like, please!
Please.
Put me through to Papa.
We're dying.
Bonk.
Moving
I'm
in.
going to attack the big guy. Yep. It's
Attacking the
violence
big-
time.
It's violence time.
It's violence time.
I love it. Yes.
All right, and that will be.
No advantage, but if it hits, sneak attack, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will be a 22 to hit.
Oh yes. Oh,
Hey.
very. Yeah. Very,
Oh,
very. Hit. These things are
A very
not.
hit.
These things are not AC, right? I'll just let you know that they are not high AC.
It's going to be
Oh my
16 points of damage.
Fucking hell. 16 points of damage. And would you like to do your unsettling strike, negative D4 on this dude?
Yes. Dun, 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 dun. 3.
3. So he has a negative 3 if he does anything to anyone that isn't you. Perfect.
Hey.
And now we're going to bonus action, disengage, and backflip out of the pew.
You don't want to be frontline? What an interesting
I'm
choice.
not built for it.
That's
Not
not
until I
enough.
steal that man's leather. I'm gunning for that studded leather armor. He was first on my list until that was once blocked me from getting further in.
Amazing. Daja. Oh, for the first time in a
Yeah.
while, Daja is up in initiative. What are you doing?
Daja's healing Winny. Daja's not fucking around.
Yep.
Why do I still have like used spells? That's silly.
I'll give yourself a long rest.
I've had many long rests. Can I get to Winnie?
Yes, you can reach me.
Should
Okay.
be able to.
Okay.
Oh, that
Like
veil's
a
getting
corner
thin.
away.
The veil's getting so
Okay.
thin, y'all. I love it. Stuff gonna come out. That
I'm gonna second level cure wounds on Winnie.
veil. Ooh.
Daja's pure emotion at this moment. Daja's not fucking about.
Love it. Roll that
Daja's not gonna see Winnie and then let Winnie die. No, not
Winnie,
today.
friend! Friend!
Fuck. Well, actually, what's Winnie's max HP right now?
26.
Okay, good. So this, yeah.
You got plenty of room to heal up into.
Yeah.
15.
Nice.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah. And then bonus action. That was cure wounds. Okay, I'm going to spiritual weapon.
2-leveled spells. Can't do that.
2-level spells. Fuck, I haven't played a caster in a while.
It's okay.
Okay. Damn it. I don't have anything.
That's okay.
Okay. That's all I got, but that's what I needed to do. That's yeah. Okay.
You have
good.
you have done the most
don't have-
essential thing.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got all excited about my
It's all good.
fucking tongs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Alrighty. It is the undead orc's turn again. Oh, man. Winnie, you're right there. I don't want to pick on you, but you are right there. So,
I am with Winnie.
You didn't move on the map. I'm honoring the map. You want to move yourself?
I thought you said we were Theater of the Binding, and I said let me go to Winnie.
Okay. Oh, but you still need to move it. I need to see where the map is real for us. Yes. Ah,
I see.
here we go.
I misunderstood.
Now
I have moved in the
choices.
way of Winnie as much as possible.
You have interposed, and therefore you have bought Winnie a dice roll. If it is low, it is Winnie. High, Daja. Sadly, it is low. Another life drain towards Winnie. 21?
Yep.
Give me another one of those con saves.
Bam!
I almost took Sentinel. I came.
I'm back. Okay, this dice is in the bin. That's a 3.
That is 7 points of necrotic damage, and your max HP is reduced by 7.
Okay.
Haley, you
What?
can't use my dice when we're playing on the same team.
No,
but you know
turns
what?
out.
I am a merciful
What was it,
god.
7?
7. I am a merciful god of
Are
death.
you?
Yes. The longsword's coming at Daja. Because I think it's funny
Alright.
if your big chonk kills you. That's an 18 to hit with the longsword.
Fuck!
I also
Alright.
take 7 damage
is
as well,
your-
don't I?
Yes. So your current
Yes.
and max, boop, both gone
Yeah,
by
just
7.
making sure that I was doing it right.
Question for Sam: what is your usual AC?
AC 17.
Okay. So a silver wing comes out to
No,
shield you.
no.
No, you're gonna do your own? Do it.
Sorry, no, I thought I hadn't equipped my shield. I had. Never mind. Do your very cool thing. I'm here for
Yes.
Yes. From the otherwise blue metallic or blue chromatic dragonborn comes a silver wing to shield Daja.
it. Hell yeah.
The longsword is like swinging down into Daja and rebounds off of the silver wing interposed just in time.
Thank you.
That is.
Don't ask questions about it.
No questions, just thanks. Purely appreciation, darling.
And Miirik, that brings us to you. You are up.
Okay.
What will you do?
We're
Don't
looking
forget,
at things really quickly.
Miirik and Winny, I think, both have inspiration now. I can't remember if Winny, if you used inspiration
Yeah.
at some point, but
No, I
Um,
haven't. I will remember that.
nice.
That's right. I chose not to use it last time because
Yes.
I had talked about the potential of using it and was like, nah, we good.
Yeah, I remember that it's been brought up, and there were some clutch rolls last time, so I couldn't remember if it got burned. But you, just reminding both of you have inspiration in case that is needed. This is a spicy combat, y'all.
It is in fact a spicy combat. I think.
If only it got spicier due to a little veil fitting.
No.
Audible eye roll.
That's why I stopped putting in my points. I'm like, we in combat right now. No.
Bombastic side eye.
This bench.
This
Over
bench.
here.
Yeah.
Yes. I know if I step onto it, I'll take the potential hit from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it does
But
look
it
like they
is
only have
step-onable?
5 feet of reach. It is step-onable, yes. In fact, that
Okay.
the one big guy that's already there is sort of like Captain Morganing onto the bench to like get in there into the
Grah.
brawl. Yeah.
Okay. But the problem is I don't necessarily want to give them attack of
You want me to
an
give me?
awoo.
You want to give me a woo? It was just a little
No,
awoo.
your dice are mean right
It was
now.
just a little awoo. Sam thought that we
I
left
thought
the
we were
woo.
past it.
I thought we were past
I
this,
thought we were
man.
done with the boost reel.
No, I brought back the
Almost.
awoo.
At the beginning of the
Oh.
session, I almost asked if we had killed a boost reel yet, and I didn't want to remind you about it, so I didn't. And it didn't matter.
Nope, sorry.
Crawls right up my spine.
So what you doing, Miirik?
I am debating what I am doing really quick.
I'm gonna start giving you a countdown, little Miss Wizard.
Yeah, no, we'll always have to debate. We're gonna go ahead and shatter these two.
Ooh, dope. Okay, con saves on both of them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Sparkly dice is gonna be for the smaller dude. Con saves. Oh my god! My dice are fucking hotter than a basket of Olive Garden breadsticks. Jesus. I should be illegal. 19 for the small one, and also 19 for the other one. I rolled natural 16s on both dice.
Excellent. Okay, so they still take half damage.
Yes. Half damage away! Thunder damage.
Yes. Let's see, that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, half of 15.
Half of 15, 7. 7 to both. You see little bits of bone and undead flesh chip away and shatter as that spell goes off. You also see like the altar get blasted away by a little bit, and that dwarven corpse stays still, noticeably protected.
Okay.
Anything else for you?
That requires an action there, so we cannot do that.
And then Winnie,
no,
you're
I
going to
think
be up.
that'll be all.
Okay.
Alrighty. Winnie, you are up, and then it's going to be my turn again, and then we'll be back to the top with Narcissa.
The skeleton boys are just big skeleton boys
They
being
look-
held together by magic, obviously.
Yep, just big skeletons. They use a different stat block than the skeleton stat block, but they are essentially just big old skellies.
I'm going to pull out a scroll.
Ooh.
And I'm going to cast. I don't know if this is a waste, but it could be good. Command on this bad boy here, the one that's in between Miirik and Daja.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use the grovel one.
Yes. Let me
So
double
you
check
pull
command
scoring.
for you before.
Can I use it?
This target has no effect if the target is undead.
Oh no. Okay. Are their mouths open? Oh wait, are they skelly boys as in I could put my hand through their ribs?
Yes. I mean,
Yes?
yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Could I please use an action to grab one of my squishy little bad boys from my
Oh
thing
fucking
and
God.
throw it inside of the rib cage of the guy in front of me?
Okay,
What I
there's
wanna do.
there's gonna be a lot of interaction. We are fucking rule of cooling this because I love the idea. Here's what I'll say: sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand is
This is the second dope rule of cool sleight of hand check we've had from
15,
you.
16, 17.
17 beats their AC. I'm going to say that is enough to get them in. You release it, roll the d8. Oh Jesus, this could be so.
Anything but Patrick.
This could be so
Anything but
fucked. I mean, as long as
Give us
Patrick
Patrick.
is, as long as Patrick is
5.
inside the thing.
I can't remember what numbers are what, but 5.
Yes.
What is it? No, is it yes for you or yes for the stream?
It's yes for everything. You reach into
I
your
love it
little.
when Matt gets happy.
You reach into your
When
little
Matt gets
purple
so
bag
happy
of
that the
tricks.
DM falls away.
You reach
Oh.
into your purple bag of tricks because I remember writing this one and being like, okay, this is going to be fun no matter what circumstance it happens in. You reach into your bag and you pull out this little squishy, hairy bit of mess and you reach through the rib cage of the thing and immediately it just sort of starts oozing into this, like, it looks. Is this the third week in a row we've had a Fern Gully reference? Immediately, just this gray, slimy gelatin starts expanding out and just grabbing on to the various bits of rib cage. And Winnie, you feel a presence in your mind. I would like to hear a story.
Oh. I tell how much time have we got?
Winnie, tell me a story. Tell me a story that it's instant telepathy time.
Okay. I share a story of I guess maybe I could just do the story of right now, right? The story of I just give the story of finding Daja, how we searched through the thing, the dreamlings and the dreamers with the different fingers, and I picture the well and the other gelatin cube that we found in the well, and then I find Daja and the the duergar, and then the big crown, and I picture the crown, this big crown fitting on this giant dragon that doesn't exist yet, but that's what I picture, and then that's the end of my story, is that this dragon has a big crown. I don't know what the crown does, but it's...
Excellent.
I'm impressed. 6 seconds.
It's a mind control crown.
Because
crown-
It's like a movie playing through my
Yeah.
head of like flashes. It's like pictures.
because of the idea of like sort of this triumphant tale of adventure and finding Daja, I'm going to characterize this as a happy story. There are there's three different options: an angry story, a sad story, or a happy story. Now, give me a performance check.
Oh,
God.
no.
How well are your
I
pictures?
had too much fun writing this option. I will let you know that.
Oh, I got a 16 minus 2, 14.
Oh!
Amazing! Had you failed that check substantially, it'd be hostile to you because it doesn't like a bad story. But you have passed, and because it was a happy story, there's this like, what a triumphant tale! And everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice.
In addition to you having summoned a psychic gray ooze.
Oh my god.
This is
Holy shit, that was
This-
good.
this is out of control, and I love it.
Matt, this is you.
Is this my self-insert? I'm just a psychic oozy boy.
No, I'm just like, you're in control of this. If it's out of control, there's only one person to blame.
Oh, 100%. No, I blame Haley for A, buying that godforsaken bag of tricks, and then B, using it in every fucking combat.
You gave Haley a bag of babies.
I
Yeah,
did
bag
this.
of squishy furry things. How could I say
Yeah.
no?
I know. And I've rolled for it. It is the psychic gray ooze's turn. It is going to-
Hell yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna use its psychic crush ability. Which it has on a fucking
Whoa.
recharge. Why do I do this to myself? Okay, it needs to
I
make
love it.
this thing needs to make an intelligence saving throw. It's gonna be great at that. That's a dirty 3. So
Wow. Whole 3.
no. That is going to be how much damage? This item.
The answer is yes.
It's fucking sunshine and rainbows with this item. That is 13 points of psychic damage to
Lovely.
the creature whose bony skeleton it is within. Let me go get the ooze token so that we all see. There's the psychic gray ooze. Let's put that boy on the field. Oh, he's behind me.
No.
Yeah, I'll just move him adjacent. There we go. There you go. There's your psychic gray ooze. Little pseudopod there for you. And we are now on to Pebble's turn, who I forgot to roll initiative for, but thank goodness I rolled like shit. Who would like to roll for Pebble's attacks? Because I always roll so bad for her.
I will roll it this
Don't
time.
look at me.
Okay. Pebble is going to rush in, and just to get a little bit of diversity into what's going on, Pebble's going to go to the one that's currently accosting Miirik. 5, 10,
Yes,
15,
please.
20, 25. Yes, there's enough movement speed thanks to
Okay. I rolled a 16, so 16 plus.
that'll hit. Yes. Give me
Okay.
what is the damage dice for her meteor hammer? Let me see.
Don't know.
Loading. I know you don't know. I'm trying.
I'm aware that you don't know.
I'm aware.
Faster.
Got it.
I'm
D4.
trying so hard.
Give me a D4 plus 4.
6.
6, which is doubled because it is a skeleton and is vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So 12 damage as cracks it with the meteor hammer, and then give me another attack roll. She's gonna follow it up with a little unarmed strike, a quick kick to the shin.
9.
9 plus 6 is 15, which will hit. Roll another D4.
2.
2. That is plus 4 though, so 6. So another 12 points of damage. Monks are so dope against skeletons.
Excellent.
And then
These are now the pebble dice.
The pebble dice. And that is going to bring us to the skeleton ogre's turns. This combat is unhinged. Okay. Let's do, oh my gosh, there's so many to pick from. I'll focus on Miirik and Pebble though. So high, Miirik, low, Pebble. Pebble, as the source of this bludgeoning damage, is gonna get a fresh bonking from this thing. Natural 1 though, on the chonk. The chonk has proved merciful. The other one, oh man, okay. Low for Winny, high for Daja. High, Daja.
-3.
It is -3. Thank you. It is -3 attacking. What? Oh, I'm very yeah, we'll do this. So, I already committed to it. Daja, to hit you. I was really hoping your chonk went nat 20 you, but it didn't. So, it is just a 12.
I felt it.
It was just a 12 thanks to Narcissus' debuff. So, it slams down into the ground, but Daja, you are aware, and just sort of like between the deflection of the shield and moving back, you are able to move the Great Club out of the way and not take that damage.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy! This is the combat, and we are back up to the top of the round. Narcissa, you are up. While you narrate, I'm going to work on getting the map up, because people need to see this map. It's insane.
It's a very small space.
It's silly.
Just kind of going back in for the big boy. It's like, oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, would you look at that?
Wait, question. Do temporary hit points don't stack? So if I used like my Void Shroud,
it would just take whichever one's
with
the biggest
5.
one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well then, I guess I know what I'm doing. Rogue nonsense.
Rogue nonsense.
That's a 21.
Your dice, out of control. I love it. Yes, that is a hit.
They crave violence.
They crave
Just
violence.
like Narcissa craves that studded leather armor.
Yes. I want the loot. Give me the loot.
Darling, I can make you armor. I can make you armor. I will. It's all right. I can do that.
It'll be a 10.
10 points of damage. All right. Ooh, now I have to juggle 2 battle maps, though. It's fine. It's for the audience. 10 points of damage. And did you want to do the debuff again?
Yes.
So roll that d4. 2. So -2 now.
And then we bonus action disengage
Yeah.
and get some distance.
And move away.
Whoop!
You little roguey rogue. You jerk. Alrighty.
I'm very scared. My AC is very low.
My
You
AC
don't
is very low,
understand.
and they hit very hard. Daja, you are up.
Hello, I'm here with all of the AC, so let's fucking go. I'm just rocking in. Which is the one that hit Winnie?
The one that hit Winnie is the life drainer is the medium-sized one that's just immediately above you. to the
Okay.
north.
That's my plan. I should have been planning this.
And then after Daja, it'll be my turn, and then Miirik, and then Winnie.
I am gonna Shatter Spike, which is the name of my sword. I'm gonna hit it with my sword.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, what
Sorry.
is this?
I was just reading it. What is this? You've invented a thing? No. Matt very kindly gave me proficiency with my sword.
It makes sense.
So I'm
you
using
make weapons, you know how to wield them. We're Orlando Blooming you. It's fine.
I only got a 10 though.
10 is a little low.
I didn't even make this one.
This was against the medium-sized one, right?
Yeah.
10 is not going to hit. It parries you. It
Yeah.
parries your longsword with its at the last second.
Fuck! I just forgot that I have Turn Undead. Okay.
Ha ha! Yes. I didn't want to give you that
No,
hint,
I committed.
but yes.
Oh.
No, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
It's all good.
With my bonus action, I would like to shove the life drainer away from Winnie.
You do get to do that because you got the shield master. So is that opposed athletics?
It doesn't say. It truly just says use a bonus action to try and shove.
Okay, so then it just uses the normal shove mechanics. So yes, you make an athletics check, and
Yeah.
I oppose it.
Okay. Where's my athletics? It's not
High
terrible.
roll, high roll, high roll.
I'm Using the other dice, because that one is mean. That's a nat 20, though.
Oh, shit! Okay. So is that 10 feet away from you?
So it's 5 feet normally, so if you want to...
Nice.
I'm leaving that up to your
I will
discretion.
say
It says 5
it's
feet.
5 feet, then shoved 5 feet. And if you wanted to, you could now step into that space to keep it from being able to hit
Yes.
Winnie anymore.
Correct. Exactly what I'm doing.
Amazing. Yes. You are achieving...
But you will invoke an attack of opportunity.
Ah, you will.
That's okay.
Ow.
Oh.
Woo-woo-woo.
Oh.
I think I have 5 AC points on Winnie, so let's go.
This is not the debuffed one, so this is a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Which I don't think is a hit. Yep. You have...
Nope. Kindly fuck off, Matthew.
the Great Club
Wait until you.
swings into the space behind you, but is not able to make purchase. There we go. Ah, everyone can see the map. We're clicking along gloriously.
See,
The map!
The map.
I'm just waiting for Daja to realize that Miirik is out here frontlining with fucking fine clothing and no armor.
Like, you just basically left someone behind you that has like a ball gown on.
Oh, no.
And it is the dude who you shoved's turn. Does not appreciate this treatment. Rude.
I don't appreciate you hitting my friend.
How dare you? Life drain. Oh, 22 to hit.
Ah, fuck! Yeah.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. Oh no, it's a 0.
Oh, the modifier.
Why is my con so low? It's a 12. 12.
Maybe you
12
don't
total?
got this.
Fortunately, I rolled minimum damage. You take 3 necrotic damage, and your max HP is reduced by 3.
Does that matter if it's taking it out of my temp HP?
Ooh, oh, we did this futzing last time, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say it dodges the max HP drain when it's in the temp HP, because I really don't want to think about it.
Hell yeah.
But, longsword. Spear. I should have done that first. 19 to hit.
Yeah. Wait, do I have him as the Dragonling fainted?
Yeah, Dragon
it
is
only
just
is once.
Okay.
It literally comes out, goes, no thank you, and then like tucks back against her back.
11
I
points.
adored it. I just wanted to...
11 points of
Ooh.
slashing damage for you.
Yep. That's not good.
It,
I'm not happy about
It
it.
reaches out with the hand, like barely gets past your armor, and you just feel it sort of like glance against your like neck, and it's this like cold, horrible feeling. And seeing it barely land, it just, with anger, strikes up with the longsword and lands a heavy blow. And that is going
Alright.
to be its turn. Miirik, you are up.
Okay. I think we've discussed this before because it still takes an action. If I use my cure wounds that comes with the gift, can I still pop a bonus action spell?
No.
Okay. I know we've kind of talked about it before,
Yep.
but I've never like fully committed to it.
It's
Okay.
always good to double check. I agree. I appreciate
Okay.
the lawyering. Game respects game.
I gotta make. I'm like, look, it's technically not casting a spell, even though
It is casting a spell.
but
It's just
In-game,
changing.
that's the
It's
problem
changing
there.
how you get to cast the spell.
where
but
it's
you,
coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are casting it still.
Okay. So Miirik is gonna 5-foot step into that space. No,
Oh, step.
Alu.
What is this, Pathfinder?
Yeah. I trust that Pebble can handle things where they are at the moment. Kind of reach behind while still facing this guy, and will use her particular flavor of silvery breath reaching back towards Daja to use Cure Wounds.
Nice. Roll
And let me roll
dice. Winnie, you'll be up next, followed by the Psychic Grey Ooze.
Aha.
Ridiculous.
That was max for 12.
12 healing to Daja.
Hey!
As this
you
otherwise
are a
wizard
decent
is just
person.
like, here, have some heals.
What? Yeah, how the fuck do you have... Okay. We'll talk about
Don't
this later. I'm
ask.
intellectually... I'm very interested.
Amazing.
Um,
Anything else for your turn?
Oh, wait. Was my original one... It was originally necrotic damage?
Mm-hmm.
No, the second one was slashing. The one that hit was slashing. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then I don't know if I can bonus action stab with the dagger.
Nope.
Because she doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where she will end things for the moment then.
Dope. That brings us to Winnie.
Winnie is going to boop herself on the nose and give herself a D4 of healing.
It's dire straits out there.
Yeah. 6 healing is not bad. Can't get much more than that actually,
about to
so
say. And you do get the temp HP if that hasn't already. So
it
you
hasn't gone yet.
Okay, so
I still have 5 temp HP, so I just ignore
it's
the temp
5
HP.
either way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, healing's
So-
healing.
Healing's healing, I needed it, and then I'm going to action swing with my short sword. Yeah, I can do that, yeah. And I boop the one with the ooze, but I'm try and miss the ooze.
Yes. Yeah. There's plenty of other bones to be aiming for, so
Perfect.
that's not a problem. So go ahead and make that attack roll.
I do these things. Ooh. 22.
22 absolutely hits. Yeah.
D6.
I don't know if you saw the comment from Untrustworthy. Are you casting heals while wearing heels for whoever's in evening wear? Click, 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 click,
Oh,
click, click. Cure wounds.
She's got fine
that?
boots. The boots might have a small heel.
A little bit of heal.
5
Just a
damage,
kitty heal.
5 damage?
but I also
Ooh.
need to you see the pale vines travel up the sword and try to grab onto the arm of the skeleton itself, and it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Nice. Strength save. An 18.
Yeah. What's my
Darn it.
spell? No, my spell DC is way lower than that.
That-
14. So, nah, all good.
Does it do
Nothing
anything
happens.
on success or
No, because this is the one that affects its
This is the
ability. It's a
debuff.
minus D6.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is huge if it works. But if it doesn't, it doesn't.
so those pale vines start to like grow up the leg where you hit it, and it just quickly like reaches down and swats them away, rips them off of its limb before they can take hold.
And that counts as using it, doesn't it?
It is a
Even if
use,
it's-
yes. You do have to.
It is a use.
It is a use, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yep.
And that's the end of Winnie's turn.
Alrighty. It is psychic ooze time. Let's see if I get that psychic crush back. Nope, no recharge. But that's fine. There are other things that Gary the Grey Ooze can do. They're all just gonna be named SpongeBob characters. That's what's happening here.
God.
This is the life that we live now.
I'm upset.
Pseudopod attack
It's amazing.
on the skeleton. It is going to be, even with a natural 8 and only a +3, that's still a hit. The skeleton ogres have trash AC. This does bludgeoning damage?
Love that.
This thing is gonna do double damage on this stupid fucking skeleton?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Matt
is my
finally
life?
played himself.
Congratulations, you played this
I don't
fucking...
have the list. I don't know what one I
Nope.
rolled.
This is just me, and fucking every time you pull exactly what you need. I don't understand it, but we're gonna
The
keep
magic
going.
of Papa.
It's the
The
magic
dice
of
gods
Papa.
know, and yeah,
Papa.
Papa's blessed me.
The fucking ooze. It only had 8 hit points left, and it does exactly 8 bludgeoning damage. So you see this thing tangle up
This
all
is
of its
beautiful.
pseudopods around the ribcage and then just yank inwards, and the fucking ogre skeleton like implodes and crumples into a little pile of bones.
Go, Gary.
Fucking-
Amazing.
Meow. And
Let's
it's
watch
just-
her.
No, it's-
I took psychic damage.
You're welcome. It is now
Oh.
adjacent to the other thing. Thank God it can only do one pseudopod. Otherwise, it would be OP. Here we go.
Get him, baby.
Pebble. Pebble is up.
Okay.
Yeah, meteor hammer on that skeleton ogre. She has a +6
that
bonus if
was-
you want to do the math.
13.
13 hits. D4 + 4.
Or 8.
8, which is doubled to 16 because bludgeoning damage. So just meteor hammer, just cracking through these bones, shards going everywhere. Give me another attack roll because unarmed strike.
7 plus.
That'll hit. That's 13. Yep.
Okay.
And then D4 + 4.
6.
6, so another 12 points of damage. This thing is literally on its last leg as she like smashes through like the pelvis of the hip bone and then does a quick kick out, breaks the shin. It's now sort of like holding itself up on one skeletal arm, trying to raise the club up again.
Nice.
And it is its turn, so it's going to just fucking try and club Pebble out of existence. Stop hitting me! Ow! It does hit. 17 to hit. So this is going to be... Ooh, good damage. It's going to make you regret it on the way out, that's for sure. 14 points of bludgeoning damage to Pebble. I will mark that on her sheet. So that bloodies her in one shot. Not 140, just 14. Thank you. Baboop.
Just 14.
But she did have 5 temporary hit points that I didn't put on here, so I'm gonna move that up. So she is not quite bloodied, but that was definitely a just absolutely
That has
gets
some ouchies
wailed.
to it.
Yeah. Those are the ogres. We're back up to the top of the order. Narcissa, you are up.
All right, now it's time to pick. I think I'm going after the studded leather armor guy.
Just wanted some.
You're
I want
the-
my new armor.
Holes by the time you get it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I just make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm counting the pew as difficult terrain.
That's because you're jumping over it. Yes.
Yeah, just doing a front flip over it, like, hello.
He's doing dope rogue shit.
And that's a nat 20 to hit.
Holy shit.
Do it.
I don't
I
know
feel
how.
better about going into this room now.
This is like a fucking like you're not doing it, but this rapier is like a fucking meta-seeking missile. Every time I'm like, oh, this is great. I'll get to like they're basically gonna be double hit points because they're resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Except for the one magic weapon that's in the group, and just fucking Narcissa just
Excuse me. 2 magic weapons. I just don't pull mine out as often.
Yeah, you just don't whip it out.
I'm sorry. I also have a
Miirik
magic
got
weapon.
You do, but you missed. I'm less mad about it.
That's true. That's true.
I throw out my magic weapon, but it's not a weapon.
Yeah.
Eh,
It's a fucking summoning
uh,
circle.
1 in 8 chance of a weapon. Well, I don't know how many of them. We don't know which ones are useless yet.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
like, yeah. I'm sure that there's got to be a useless sponge in there. Like,
The first time you did summon a goat that just wanted to have itself
Yes.
die. So,
Yes.
like,
Oh my god, I remember that.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I
Oh my
crave
God,
the
I
sweet
forgot
release
about
of death.
Oh my dear
So,
Lord, no.
damage is 33.
Ooh.
Rogue.
Disgusting. I feel violated. You absolutely just run this thing through and like twist the blade while it's inside, and you can see its sort of undead form. You've hit like every little critical pocket of necrotic energy, and just this gullet of smoke hits the floor as it is like bleeding out the magic that holds it together. It's still up, but
Oh,
barely.
I'm also going to be using my
Uh-huh.
thingy for
Mhm.
attacking, and it's a 3.
Nice. -3. Great. That'll feel real good
Yep.
with its +4 attack modifier. Anything
After all
else
that
on your
bullying.
horrible, no good, awful turn?
I'd like to thank the Academy for this this crit. I
Like
absolutely
the honorable
faked
mention to Gary Gygax.
Yeah, honorable mention. Incredible.
Honorable mention to Gary, the psychic
Yeah.
ooze, and also to studded leather armor for motivating me.
Amazing. You did use all of your movement. I'm realizing you're not going to cheap out and fucking disengage here because you did use all of your movement. Do you want to go for extra temp HP or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna try for Void Shroud, just
Cool.
see what happens.
Yeah, you might roll high.
Cool, I got max on that, so.
Fuck, of course you did. Please tell me any other ways that you'd like your life to go swimmingly? Your turn is done. I'm declaring it.
You're finished.
Done.
You rolled too well.
Oh
Sit down.
man, seriously, very well done. Amazing turn.
Oh,
I'm not bad.
gorgeous.
Just
Oh my-
absolutely astounding. Daja, you are up.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
That was
Well,
incredible.
I'm not going to live up to that. Do we need
Yeah,
to
you
turn undead? I don't
I will-
think so.
Daja, you're looking. Both
No.
of these things look brutalized. Absolutely in
Yeah.
shambles.
I'm
were
going to
already
hit you
looking
with my
ugly.
magic weapon.
Yes. Throw me that attack.
Oh, it's actually
roll.
1d10. That's lovely. God damn it.
If you use it with
God
two
damn
hands.
Oh, no, I do have a shield. 17.
17 will hit. Yes. And this thing has good
Hell
armor
yeah.
class, so very well done. So 1d8, 6 damage.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, how do you want to kill this thing?
Yes! Didas goes, I just got Winnie back. How fucking dare you? And just like overhead, right down on her, just splits her deeply in half. I actually don't know the gender of this thing. I guess I'm assuming.
It's undead.
That's its gender.
Yeah.
Gender.
Got
death.
lustrous hair.
It's,
Apparently,
it's,
that I'm just changing the stereotypes now.
its gender is the smell of a grave. But yes, you have slain
Alright.
this thing, slicing the skull in half. Much to Narcissus' chagrin, slightly nicking the collar of the studded leather that it's wearing, but still very usable.
I'll fix it. Just,
I'll fix it.
I got it. It's all right.
Anything?
I don't think I can reach anyone else at the minute.
You'd be kind of squeezing up against the altar to get to the big guy.
I could cast Spiritual Weapon, but is it really worth a spell slot?
Mirik's
Had to
just
save it.
We've got this. It's cool.
Okay, all right. I will provide any kind of vocal assistance that I can on this turn, and next turn I can come help.
It would have been the white's turn. You have killed it. It was a white. Miirik,
Bloody
you are up.
whites.
Bloody whites.
Looked more gray to me.
This thing is looking fairly crumbly at
Fucked
the
up.
moment.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. So we're not wasting a good spell. Miirik will reach out for a shocking grasp.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. That is a nat 20.
I thought it might be. Roll them double D8s. Roll them double Ds.
Double D. For a total of 10.
This thing looks like Marv from the one trapped sink in Home Alone 2. And all of the bones crisp and char and start to break in their brittle state. And it is dead.
And she just kind of like shakes off the dust from her hand. Like, ugh.
And you are all out of combat.
Well,
All right.
That one stung a bit.
Nicely done,
I have
everyone,
so
though.
much
Everyone handled themselves
adrenaline
well.
pumping through me.
don't you usually?
That finishing move was awesome.
Oh, thank you. I haven't gotten to do anything fancy like that in a long while.
Winnie, are you quite all right?
Yeah, I am feeling a lot better than what I was after the first few seconds of walking into this room. I got a bit excited thinking that this was going to be another Dreamling situation.
I have some healing, darling, if you need it. Does anyone need healing? Everyone alright?
I can't take any healing.
Okay.
I need a
All right.
rest. I think that's how you fix it. I don't know. I've had my life drained from me, and I'm technically
Yes.
full. But I'm at 14 hit points.
Would lesser restoration help with this?
Give me a religion check.
Sure, it's not Arcana.
I'm sure.
Technically, I've got 5 temp HP as well. On
I
top
got
of
a
that,
5.
so I'm doing okay.
I have no
Not-
fucking clue.
No idea. It might. Hard to say.
Don't waste your spells. Well, maybe we can try it before a rest, knowing that
Alright.
you'll have your spells back in the morning.
That
Okay.
was
I mean, it's good to know if that will help. It's given that it's going to keep happening, I believe.
You hear in your minds, that was very entertaining. As the just ooze is just like,
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yes. Hey,
It's the ooze.
how you going? And I go over there. Can I like hold my hand out to like pick him up?
it's actually like a medium-sized creature. There's a lot of ooze just sort of like wavering back
Oh
and
my
forth.
god!
It's-
It's bigger than me.
So you like reach your
Yep.
hand out, and then this like pseudopod like shakes your hand.
Hello.
What is your
It's just-
name?
I'm Winvy. What's your name?
Geralsforth Abercrox Axtushbjaust. But you can call me Gary.
You can call
Can
me.
you spell that
Winnie.
for me?
It will take at least 17 years in the tongues of normal humans for me to recite the spelling of it.
I'll do my best.
6, A, 4, 11.
No, darling, it's okay. It's all right.
You
It's
have
all right.
asked and I
11.
shall complete it. Z.
You do not need to
Z,
complete. No, just can you just repeat
Z
it for
with
me?
an umlaut. G.
Oh god. All right, I did ask the question. Daja sits down, crisscross applesauce,
This is
and
why
like
being
paying
polite
attention
is
and writing it
sometimes a
down
curse.
as best they can.
You get
It's like, well, I imposed this on myself.
you
so
get
here we
partway
go.
through, and then like if anyone else engages the thing in conversation, it like ADHD deviates into like that and forgets
Good.
that it's spelling its
Oh
own
no,
name.
we will just let it go.
Winnie's got questions. She wants to know did you exist before you came here?
I did.
Did I take you from somewhere?
It was a boring party anyway.
Do you
Sorry, a
want to
party.
hang out with us until you go back?
I believe that whatever conjuration has summoned me here will pull me back in the proper time. Until then, I shall wiggle woggle with you.
Okay.
Narcissa,
Yes.
would you care to take a look about the room?
She just stops shaking like the dead body out of the studded leather armor and just like, oh, yeah.
Legs stuck in it.
To me.
Darling, I nicked. I'm afraid that I nicked the collar of it. Let me just fix that before you put it on.
Okay.
Amazing.
Finally gets the
I think
body
Daja does
out.
like a kintsugi kind of like fills it with metal
Mhm.
kind of thing.
Yeah. You can absolutely do some quick, like, it's mostly cosmetic, but you're noticing like the collar of it was mostly cosmetic to begin with, so easy
Yeah.
enough. And then whoever's searching the room, give me investigation checks.
Investigation. Can I check for secret doors or anything too?
You can. You can do that as a separate perception check with your advantage.
Miirik's just
Okay.
going through these bones. For a 22.
22. That looks like a happy
17.
face. 17. Was that on the perception or the investigation?
Investigation.
Okay. Narcissa, what'd you get on?
So for
Stuff.
investigation, I'll do this. Investigation, I got a 21. Now to roll the perception check.
Yes.
That's gonna be a 17 for the advantage.
Excellent. Okay. With that investigation, I was hunting for a DC and I think they forgot it. It's all good. With that investigation, you are able to, oddly enough, combing through the bones, Miirik, you are able to find some fresher bodies, which is disturbing, but profitable, as you also notice that a few of them have not just coinage on them, but there is also a bone case that almost blends into the pile, but you're able to find it. And inside, there are 2 spell scrolls. There's a spell scroll.
Arcana checks.
Since they're on the wizard list, you get them. Spell scroll of web and a spell scroll of spider climb.
Miirik, that actually, your eyes light up when you find stuff like that. Do you want to look at any of these? And she like pulls out the 6 scrolls that she's got, and she like.
How long have you had these, dear?
Since I've known you.
Yes, I would like to take a look, if you don't mind.
Yeah, easy. There is a, what have I got here? There is a scroll of guiding bolt, a scroll of command, a scroll of knock, a scroll of Milf's acid arrow, and that is what I have left.
I forgot we renamed it.
Yes, we did.
Lady Dimitrescu's.
What was on the thing?
Lady Dimitrescu's acid arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that was guiding bolt, command,
Knock,
knock.
and what is Milf's acid arrow?
Melf's acid arrow.
Melf's.
It's
yeah.
very close. It's 1 letter off.
That's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Narkissa, with your investigation check, you do indeed find I'm just going to move you to where it is. You find a secret door on the far side of this room that is leading out. It is easy enough to trigger. You do like a quick look around. It doesn't seem trapped or anything like that.
Does anyone want this suit of armor?
I think Narkissa might already be wearing it.
The one
Actively
on the dwarf.
climbing into it.
Oh, the
one on
dwarf.
the
Yes.
dwarf.
You have not looked over
The
the
metal
dwarf
armor.
much. Yes.
Right.
Can I look at the dwarf?
Mm-hmm. You can give me an investigation check if you would like.
Be careful in case it's booby trapped.
Oh god.
Miirik
there
will
it is.
also hand
A
back
natural 20 for 27.
everything but knock from Winnie's spells.
Nice.
She's
Oh,
just like,
clean
I will
20.
take this one, you keep these.
Perfect. Thank you. And so you have knock now, so I'm just going to delete that. And if it comes up again, then you let me know, but otherwise it's gone.
I will also keep that in mind for myself. And then, sorry, who asked something? Somebody asked something and I
20.
lost it.
I got a 27
investigation.
investigation.
On the
Natural 20.
yes, on the dwarf guy.
Mhm.
Looking him over, you could tell plate armor is intact. In fact, everything is intact in sort of this like, he is dead, but his body almost looks like sort of gentle repose style, like sort of semi-preserved. And reaching, you actually like, it's like touching like an invisible bubble. Like there's sort of a glossiness over him that like you're touching the things themselves, but you leave no trace. You don't really change anything about him as you're investigating him. So it might be possible to extract some of this stuff, but you could tell that like this place, as desecrated as it is, they were never able to desecrate this altar, this burial. And so he is sort of just like
Does he
left
still
in
look
repose.
He's got like skin and a beard and all those bits.
There's a little bit of that. Yeah, it's not quite as desiccated as, certainly not as desiccated as the orcs were. There's no bones showing. He doesn't look alive, but he looks like sickly and sleeping, sort of.
And I can't actually grab onto him. Is that
Yeah,
what
and
you're saying?
you're
Like, he
you're
doesn't-
you're like grabbing onto him, but you're not able to like move him. You're not like, you like try and like scratch off like a little bit of the armor, and you're not leaving any traces. It's like he's being preserved here.
Gary,
Yes.
that looks like some mighty fine, tasty metal just there.
Well, yes, it does. And like he splorps off of it and just starts like wrapping around it and then moves to the other side of the altar in this sort of like washing over of the body. All the metal remains. Disappointing. This buffet is less than satisfactory.
We'll find you something else.
I would appreciate. Ooh, and he just finds like little nibbins and buckles and bolts and stuff in those piles of bones that's starting to work his way through there.
Perfect. A little snack for my boy.
Yeah.
Send him off with a snack.
And I will
So,
open
I'm gonna open the secret door.
Yes.
Secret tunnel!
Secret tunnel! And you do indeed see,
Secret tunnel!
very similar, you're noticing that there seems to be a pattern of architecture where the secret doors lead to like these secret hallways, and what would be another secret door is on the other side, but you can see the back of it and it's very easy to notice.
Can I just take a peek at what's at the other side of this door?
Sure. Take a little peek. Well, that's right, you can't click it. I have to click it. You peer down a long hallway that fades into darkness. At the edge of that darkness, you are able to see a well. It is not like the one you saw in the floor above. It does not have the three figures standing upright. It is just a simple basin around what would have been maybe a fountain in days past, but you see the water is still and stagnant. The hallway itself looks brutalized with the signs of ancient battle on the walls and floors. A cold, you'd call it a wind, but your hair doesn't move. You just feel the goosebumps on the back of your neck rise. You feel that slight presence of Keegan, who hasn't been very noticeable since you've entered this area, by the way. Since you've entered the foundry, the throne room, since you've been dealing with the duergar. Keegan's presence feels like it's been further away from you. And now you feel that little danger sense from your quarry, giving you a little nudge. And as you stare into the darkness of this hallway, trying to puzzle out where this sense of fear is coming from, that is where we will close and find out what happens next time.
Yeah.
Which will hopefully have Danny/Pebble back. We'll be in full force. 4 +
Yes!
1.
Yes.
This is very
Yes.
exciting. Excellent job today, guys. You have survived yet another horrific encounter in the dungeon.
Amazing and lovely.
It's good to have you back, Sam. It is good to have.
It's good to be back.
Good to be deeper into the dungeon. Good to have all of you with us. Thank you for coming and hanging out
It's lovely.
and watching us. We look forward to
Yeah.
continuing the adventure next week. Until then, stick around for the raid. Be good to yourselves, be good to others. And as always, are you ready for more tales?
Always!
Goodbye, everybody.